everyone, welcome to Bickering Book Reviews. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Becky.
And today we're talking about With Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. We got it from Edelweiss.
We did.
Okay, so this is about Amani, who is a senior in high school, and she's trying to be best.
She's trying to be
She's
everything.
got a lot going on in her life. So she lives with her abuela and her 2-year-old daughter. She is a phenomenal cook. She's, like I said, a senior in high school. She's trying to decide what she's going to do next year when she graduates because she's got responsibilities as a teen mom. So does that include going to culinary school? Does that include working a full-time job? What does her future look like in reference to doing what's best for both her and her daughter? So the cool thing, this year, her school has started a culinary class, which they've never offered before. So she was able to sign up for this Spanish, I can't remember the full title of the cooking class.
It was like introductions, but it's not Spanish as much as actually traditional food from Spain.
Right. Which
was actually really cool.
So she is super nervous about signing up for that because that means, more homework, more time away from baby girl, less time to, work her part-time job. But she does it because she is super interested in learning the techniques of becoming a chef. The class is going great. It's actually awesome because her class for spring break gets to go to Spain to learn more. In this class, though, is also Malachi, who is this gorgeous new transfer student, and of course he's got eyes for Imani. So, he's playing his game with her, and, she's super not interested because she's got so many other things going on in her life. However, sparks fly. It is what it is. Yes. So, along the way, Imani really is just kind of learning how to balance everything that's going on in her life, but making sure that she's not making decisions in the present that make the future worse. Is it better to go to college and kind of get that culinary degree so she can be that high-flying chef, or make the money at a full-time job so that she can kind of presently support her family? So it's kind of all of that.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed this book.
This is one of my favorites of the year, I think, so far.
It's yes. She won the Prince Award last year, and I could see this.
This, I think, is even better.
So, and I said that. So, I read Poet X, because everybody in the world read Poet X. I
love Poet X.
Well, so I appreciated it. To me, it was like a piece of art, the way it was crafted and put together. It was just so beautifully done, but I never felt connected to the characters. But to this, from the first page, Amani to me was a real breathing person in the room, and you just wanted to hug her and help her. And she's talking at the beginning about why she chose to name her daughter Emma, and I thought that was something so realistically but beautifully almost profound, where she's talking about how she doesn't want people to see her baby's name and make assumptions about her. And I was I don't think about that, but that is such a honest statement.
And I've heard other people talk about that before. A lot of the things that are coming up within this book, are just so realistic. They happen. The fact that miscommunication happened, and basically the other grandmother had to pick up baby girl. The dad's mother had to pick up baby girl, and it was not a good scene, but it was not a good scene in a very realistic way.
Right.
And I think that scene was kind of really important to me because typically teen moms are shown as not having it together. This was one of the only instances where she didn't have it together, and it was just because of miscommunication. But she took the adult high road. She made sure that everything was good for her daughter, and I think and I really appreciated the fact that not only was she acting like an adult, she's a responsible parent. You very rarely see that.
You never see that about teens, but it was it wasn't she was super mom. She was just any other mom. Any first-time mom is going to have these issues. And even my sister was in her 30s when she had her kid, and I'm sure there were many miscommunications about who picked up who when. But it was so well done. And like her desire to want to be a chef, like when she's cooking and when she's talking about that, like that's a passion, and it was written so well the way it was passion, like her passion sucked her in. Honestly, the only thing that made me like stop from this being like the best book ever was the little bit when they're in Spain. Kind of lost me just a wee bit.
See, but saying that they're in Spain, is that a spoiler?
Well, I mean, it's in the...
Anyway.
Yes.
We
will mark it then.
Yeah, we better mark it just in case.
Yes.
No, I can agree with that. I think it was kind of interesting though to see the chef that she got paired with.
I did like that.
But like beyond that, like the interactions between the classmates, like that was boring.
Yeah, right. And I think it wasn't even necessarily boring. I think the rest of it was just like so at like an 11, and that part was just like average, and you're like, can I go back to the other story? Like I love the
Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
It was average, and I think it looked worse because the other part, like it was so well written, it was so well done that you're right. It made it kind of lose more.
It lost momentum.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
That's okay. Yeah.
Well, and like, I mean, because like the parts with her father, because her father's from Puerto Rico and he's talking about the hurricanes, that was so beautifully done. The stuff with her grandmother about helping her raise the baby, that was so perfectly done. I loved the fact that that Emma's father, her ex-boyfriend, was in the picture and like they were civil about it. And like he's a teen dad and he's just trying to be a good dad too. And I love like because that felt so natural that, you know, like, yes, you would put your child ahead of everything else.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just beautifully done.
It was beautifully done and it was realistic.
So we should rate it.
Okay, so our rating scale goes from 5 unicorns down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it's a horse. Where are you?
So like I was at a 4 because of the Spain part, but now like I'm like 4.5, almost a 5. I'm not sure.
I was having trouble with that too, like when I was rating up a review for Goodreads.
Yes.
Like, I'm fluctuating between a 4 and a 5, and I think I'm gonna go with a 5 because it really is one of the most well done books of the year.
I think, yes. I think like of the year so far, because I mean we're only in April, I've only read like 4 or 5 that have totally like knocked it out of the park, and I feel like this one does.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go with a 5.
All right, we're going with 5s.
See you around.
So see you around.
Bye.